Hey, good morning, my people. So years ago, my husband and I went to a business conference, and in it, there was an author that had written a book. And the premise of the book was basically that there's two types of people in the world. There's the rhinos, which that charge and they just set forward and they want to form their own path and they don't give up. And then there is the cows, and the cows are, these beautiful people that are on the side of the road for the rhinos to look at, and they just are there 9 to 5 and they do their thing and they just, get up in the morning, eat, go to sleep. Pretty much that's it. Now, at first I thought that was really kind of narrow to put it that way, but then it made more sense because in the business world and when you're a motivational speaker, you do realize that there's only the 5% that are interested in going further than the 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you are happy with the 9 to 5 and you have a beautiful family and you carve out a piece of the planet for yourself, awesome. But there's one thing in there where he was talking about how the rhinos charge. And my husband, who would drop the kids off at school, would do that, where he would tell the kids, all right, where are we going? And they'd be like, oh, school. No, where are we going? And he would get them pumped up where the kids would be like, we're going to school, go be pumped. And he would have these mantras where I feel good, I feel fine, I feel this way all the time. And, he would just get them really, really pumped up. So when he dropped them off, he would open, he'd say, okay, open the door, get ready. And what are we going to do? And he'd go, da, 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 charge. And the kids would just run out of the car. And I would do the same thing. But it was really funny to see these kids just run into the school, so excited and all pumped up. They didn't know why, but they were. And years later, my son, Jose, would say to me, he's like, yeah, I remember that. He's like, I would run into school and I'd be so pumped up. And then I'd be at my desk and I'm like, I don't know why I'm pumped up, but I'm pumped up. And the whole premise of it was that there's certain things you have to do every day. You have to go to work. You have to go to school. You have to deal with whatever it is that you have to deal with. And if it's something that we're doing on a daily basis, the reality is it's going to be more challenging if we have the attitude of my life sucks. I really hate this and I can't believe I have to do this. As opposed to, you know what? This is my lot in life. I'm going to have to do it. So I'm just going to give it the best I can. And for me, it really helped me be able to overcome certain challenges. And even for my kids, it was exciting to see the fact that, you know what? They still had to go to school. They weren't going to be the best, highest graded kid in the school, but they had good grades and they had good behavior and they got what they needed to get done. And that really cemented for me the fact that attitude really has a lot to do with it. So basically, what I want to get you guys to understand is you're either a cow or a rhino, and it's okay either way. That's all I'm saying. And as a rhino, it's okay to charge and be enthusiastic. But even if you are a so-called 9 to 5er or a cow, and the cow term is not meant in a bad way, it's okay as long as you have the right mindset, as long as you enjoy what you're doing. Nothing made me sadder than when I would hear some parents say, oh God, I can't wait till these kids are grown and out of the house. Trust me, that's when you're sitting there by yourselves and your kids are out of the house, that is not going to be the thought on your mind. You're going to wish for the chaos and the clutter and the footprints and the fingerprints and the just disarray, because there's life involved with that. And as a mom, I learned that, yes, I wasn't saving the world. I wasn't jumping out of a helicopter. I wasn't on a tactical unit or a cop anymore, but I was someone's mom. And I'll tell you, I was going to be the best cookie maker in that PTA if it killed me. I was going to be the best car driver, school chaperone, whatever it was for my kids. I didn't do it for anybody else. I didn't try to be PTA president or be noticed or any of that. I would join committees. I would help out. But I was there to try to be the best parent I could for my kids. Did I fail? Absolutely 1000%, more times than I care to mention. There were times in life where life was just so in our face with the bills and the issues and the exes that we wind up missing a lot of pivotal parts. Like my son, Eric, I missed a lot of his games. For a whole year, I didn't get to see him play at all because he was in another country. But even when he came back and was playing in his high school team here, there was just so much crap that I had to deal with that I wasn't afforded the opportunity to go to these games. So when I realized how much that hurt him and how much it meant for him, it had me been there, I decided to step it up and be there for the other kids. And that's when it really hit me, when you'd be sitting there and you didn't think they noticed, but they'd look up. And as long as they saw you, it was fun. So that's where my enthusiasm went. Is this what I really wanted to do? Did I want to be a so-called stay-at-home mom? Not really. That wasn't my career choice. But I was grateful for the opportunity to be there for my kids in the good times and the bad times. And the bad times was the best because that's when they didn't have to call me at work. They didn't have to cut through the clutter of me going, all right, we'll talk later. I was there in the moment, and there might have been things that had to have been done, but it was in my power to say, you know what? Everything else can wait. What is going on right now? And it helped me be able to be there for them during some really dark times for them to help them through it. I want to leave you guys with this. Whatever it is that you have to do in life, whether you're a cow or a rhino, always charge, always have that enthusiasm, and just try to do the best you can at it. And you know what? It's not going to be perfect, but just give it your all. That's it for me, guys. And remember, don't ever let anybody steal your dreams away.